I had wanted to make the raised bed for the greenhouse before making the windows, and you can see here I'm cutting the corrugated metal that I'm using to line the inside of my raised beds, but I was shorted one sheet of this, so I couldn't finish it. I put one sheet in and I have to wait for the other one to come in now. So in this video I'm going to concentrate on the windows. I start by cutting a dado into the boards that I'm going to use for the frames of the windows. Run it against the fence one side and then flip the board around and run it against the other side of the board against the fence. That way I know the dado is centered. I had to adjust the fence once and do that step again in order to make it fit the glazing that was going to go in there. And here you can see the dado that I created. This is a divider, angle divider. I use this because of this funky angle up here. Locked it in place, and then you put it on the board and draw your line, and you've just divided your angle. I use this speed square here as a straight edge to make a very accurate cut then with my hole saw. So I do the same thing on the other angle of this triangle window. The third angle was 90 degrees, so I could just use that, cut that one at the miter saw. And they turned out very nice. So here I am cutting the glazing. And then I drilled pilot holes in the corners of the frames so I could put a screw in there to hold that better than just having glue. End to end grain to end grain does not work very well. The windows fit very nicely. And then I stained those window frames. I wasn't worried about getting stain on the polycarbonate because it wiped off very easily. It doesn't stick to that very well. Cutting some boards that I had cut an angle that matches the rafters here on the front of the greenhouse. Those are boards that I can use to screw through the glazing and attach them better. And then I cut some cleats, and these cleats I used to attach support boards that run from rafter to rafter. And they're pre-drilled so they wouldn't split. And then just simply attach them with 2 screws. And here are the supports that I cut and pre-drilled on the ends so they don't split. And then simply screwed those in to the cleats. I got so excited when I was putting on the glazing on the front that I forgot to take video of it. So here I am putting in some screws on the third sheet that I put up. You can see the support pieces in there. And I used the same screws that I used for the metal roof. They have little rubber washers on them to help prevent water from getting in. It was tricky getting up to the top. It was kind of dangerous leaning the ladder at this angle. So I only went up about halfway, and it's a good thing I'm tall, so I could reach the rest of the way. I snapped a chalk line on the bottom here where I wanted the overhang to be, and then ran a circular saw across that. Got most of the glazing on. I'm going to wait on the front three windows for the other piece to come in so I can get my raised bed built in here. Then I'm going to take some of that soil that's outside and I'm going to bring it in through the windows, so I don't want those closed off. And I'm going to have to work around that. Next time, I'll be done. Woohoo! Thanks for watching. I appreciate the support.